Hey there guys, it is the Triumph HD, bringing you another episode of Not So Triumph every Wednesday. Come back next week if you want to do it again. Gotta get quick because this is only a 3-minute and 45 DNA bomb as the gameplay in the background, so I'm trying to measure up to this size here. So let's get straight into this episode. Alright, so when I was like 11 years old, around that, like 5 years ago probably, there was a big thing around where I lived, and that was silly bands at my age. You may or may not know what silly bands were, but they were like plastic, they were like rubber bracelets. But when you take them off, they made shapes of different things, like transportation things, like planes, cars, or even guitars. There's different things. They made different shapes by depending on what package you bought, or maybe not bought. Okay, so at the time, you know, I'm not a really rich kid or anything. Actually, at the time, we were living in a lot of apartment rows. It was kind of like the poverty area of my city. But I really wanted them because they were just cool and popular around where I lived. So me and my friend, we both really wanted them. So we had this idea. There was, at the time where I lived there was a surplus store that was right up on the corner. So what we would do is we would go up there and we'd go to the area where there was all the silly bands, and we would just grab handfuls. And we didn't buy these, like I said, I was a poor kid. Bad decisions. But we would go to the bathroom, and we'd fill it all up on us. And, you know, we would leave with it. We would walk out with them. I know it's wrong, because obviously I just said I stole these silly band things. And I know that's wrong, but, you know, at the time I was only 11 years old. I didn't think it was wrong. I just was doing it because I wanted to do it. Honestly, I probably thought I was more cool for doing it. When at the reality, I know now that I shouldn't have been doing that. It's not a good idea. It's just wrong. But at the time, it wasn't. And I guess that's more of the not so triumph in this one. That's probably the worst thing. It was just doing it in the first place. Because that's not smart. It's not a good thing to do. Especially if I would have got caught. Hint, hint. Alright, so I did this. And I got away with it. And I was cool with it. I had a shoebox on top of my drawer, or my dresser, way up high. Like almost at my ceiling. Filled with it. And every single day, me and my friend would go do it again and again and again. And we'd fill up. Until one time, I slipped, you know. Every person does it. The drug dealers and everything. They get caught that one time they slip and they're just screwed. This was my one time. I went, we got them, we come back. My mom was home at the time. I don't know why I did it on that day, but she's like, what are you doing? So I'm going upstairs. I said, alright. She can tell me. My mom knows me so much. She's a good parent. She can tell all that stuff. I go upstairs. I pull off my shoebox from the dresser on my bed, and I'm filling it with the ones I just got. I open the packages, putting them all in, and she walks upstairs and she sees it. She's like, "What are you doing?" And I was like, So I confessed. I told her what's up, and her response was, "You're gonna have to go to." Oh crap! I just said that name. I'm gonna block that out. You have to go to a surplus. You have to go to the surplus store, and you gotta give them back. And that put fear into me. I was bawling. I was like, "Mom, don't make me do this. Don't make me do this." I was so scared. I didn't want to do that. That's scary, and I felt bad already. Like, you know, instantly. And at the end, she let me just work it off at home. She was mad, but she made me work it off, and I guess I got it off easy. But it was still not so triumph. Everybody have a good day. I hope you enjoy. See ya.